Cut that light on you. Oh man. Watch out. Let me get over here. Cut that light on, son. Let me get that score. Oh yeah, 17 to 34. Oh, what happened, Kentucky? There's that victory formation again. Here we go. Tell them, go dogs. Go dogs. Get him. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. 33 seconds left on the play clock, but I mean on the game clock, but it don't matter. Yeah. Tell him, get out of here with that stuff. Tell him, get out of here. So, take them neckbeards and them alley cats back to basketball. Got no business in football. Tell them, get out of here. Get in here, get. Okay. Well, we all kind of knew that was coming. At least if you lived in Georgia, you knew that was coming. I'd love to see him give him the Gatorade bath. Where's the Gatorade bath? Well, I gotta tell you, I said it was gonna be a curb stomping. Back to basketball. You know, even one of the guys that showed up in my videos, he said that he was like, after this game, you know, we're just gonna be back to basketball. Yeah. There it is, Georgia 6-1, 8-1 overall, which at this point now is a better record than LSU. Because after they play tonight, they're probably going to lose. That'll make them 7-2. That'll make Georgia 8-1, with our only loss being to LSU. So that should bump Georgia up into the college football playoffs. KFC chicken been burnt baked. Man, watching Swift, man, he broke some ankles today. One of the things I was really happy to see, though, is they put Justin Fields in. Justin Fields picked up that first down earlier. I think the defense got a little too conservative there at the end as far as the bend don't break. It happened to us twice, and we kind of let them really go down the field. But, I mean, Swift, I don't know how many yards he had, but I think it was a little bit north of about 170, 180. Woo! Booyah! Well, neckbeards, time to shave. Well, Georgia wins the Kroger Bowl.
Oh, no.
Brown bagged it.
What are you doing, Coach?
Took them out to lunch. You know, Uncle Lou finna get ready to do backflips, man. I mean, I said this game wasn't going to be close. I said I figured they were going to score about 16 points. Georgia should have scored 41, 42. We missed a couple of field goals. He's flipping over to the Kentucky game. Just double tap the middle button. There you go. So anyway, unlimited Kroger reward points. Absolutely. My Wi-Fi at my house is struggling right now, so I'm running off my iPad. If my internet signal gets bad or if the feed gets bad, you guys let me know down in the chat section so I can answer. But I think that game pretty much turned out exactly like how I said it was going to turn out. Of course, we're going to see all of the Kentucky fans that were back in the comment section are going to disappear, which is not uncommon. I mean, the trolls show up for a game, the trolls disappear. I mean, that's just the way it is when you do this. I think next week, who we got? Mississippi State next week? Does anybody know? Can somebody throw out in the comment section? I think it's Mississippi State. It's not Auburn, is it? Your season is definitely over. Banned back to the shadow realm. Yeah, I'd say they're actually banned back to football and back to basketball. And they're really proud of that. Like, basketball matters. Nobody cares about basketball. There's no basketball bowl because nobody cares. Let me see here real quick. Georgia was just all day, every day, man. Georgia put up a ridiculous amount of yards against them. We're playing the Kittens next week. Another set of cats. Let's see. Texas is actually playing is unusual. I apologize, guys. I got a really bad reception right now. Georgia, yeah, those are Georgia Tech rushing yards. How many yards? Does anybody know how many yards they actually had? I think it was like 350, 370, something ridiculous. They're averaging, you know, people only averaging rushing like 140 yards on them, and we did nearly 3 times that. So yeah, that was just. Oh, that's the kind that kind of beatdown is what you want to do against a top 10 ranked team. Which I'm glad they were ranked in the top 10. However, what the hell is going on? I love how they got all the scores up except Georgia. I swear, whoever runs ESPN hates Georgia. Need some candy? Hey, we got plenty. We got plenty. And that's candy that we bought. We expected to have like 100 trick-or-treaters. I think we had 10. It was terrible. Let me go to rankings. Georgia shuffle on that. I mean, this game was a mollywhopping. I mean, they didn't have a chance. They didn't have a prayer. I will say that I was a little more impressed with their quarterback than I expected to be. The guy can throw a little bit, but I think Georgia might have been playing soft coverage just because he wanted to keep the ball in front of us to prevent big plays. They really didn't have any. He's like, I don't give no. He gives no candy. I didn't get paid yet. Well, that happens to all of us, man. There goes my son sneaking candy like I didn't see that. She's talking about some. What you talking about, man? All right, let me pull up Georgia's schedule. It was a killer. It was an absolute killer. I think Georgia might have had over 500 yards. I think we passed a little bit. Yeah, we play Auburn next week, and then we play UMass, and we play Georgia Tech. I couldn't remember if it was. I think I was getting the logo mixed up, but I mean, Georgia should be able to come out and just demolish them. Auburn, because Auburn's been playing like crap. UGA Creswell Hall stand up. I don't know what that means there. Sorry. Let me know what that means and I'll comment on it. But the Bama game is going to be coming on later. I may even make a reaction video to that because I do want to watch that game. I want to see how they play. Mississippi State. Michigan is beating the crap out of Penn State, so they're not gonna go anywhere. Clemson beat the hell out of whoever they played. Beating an overrated UK team makes the dogs happy. George, anytime we can beat a top 10 ranked team, it's gonna make your team happy. I can't help that they were overrated. I wasn't the one who put that ranking on them, but I will tell you that if you're one of the Kentucky fans if you were a Kentucky fan and you were telling everybody that your team was overrated, and then we come out and say something that, you know, we're excited over that win, then I can say, yeah, you got a leg to stand on. Yeah, their quarterback's terrible. Yeah, their quarterback is terrible. Yeah. Eric, you work at UGA? Right on, dude. Sack lunch there. The defensive line did do a good job today. I was really proud to see that we stopped the run. But I will say not to take too much pride in that because Benny Snell did not have a great game. I think Georgia did a good job of finding a way to correct some of the issues we had stopping the run. But it was not it's a little late in the season. Hey, Eric, hey, dude, if I could take a job as a custodian on UGA, I'd be there tomorrow, dude. I promise you that. My wife said I won't, but I would. I would. I'd work overnights as a custodian. There's no doubt about it. I'd almost do it for free. But anyway, as far as the game goes, she did the right thing. Hey, Jay, what's your grade for the game? You know, I'd have to give probably a B+. I'd have to give the defense an A. I think for the most part, we had a couple of hurt. They had a couple of guys get hurt. That was pretty balanced. But one of the things I was really happy to see is that they let them play. They really let them play. There was a couple of BS interference calls. There were a couple of pass interference calls that weren't called that should have been. There were several times that the Kentucky's offensive line was holding. I say holding, I mean they had our guys around the neck when we got around them, and it never got called. Especially on that, not the last drive they made, but the drive before that they made down the field. There were several times that they should have called that. It was pretty blatant that they didn't call it. But you know, they didn't really call holding all day. I think they called it one time. Not a lot of penalties in this game. I hate leaving it up to the ref. I think both teams are pretty disciplined, so I'll take what I can get on that. As far as the overall gameplay, we ran the hell out of the ball, which I was glad to see. DeAndre Swift had a hell of a game. Holyfield had a hell of a game. Harrion did good. And one of the things that I really liked was that they put Justin Fields in at a crucial moment and told him, hey, it's 3rd and 9. Go get a first down. And down the field he went and got a first down. So, I mean, I think that was one of the biggest part of the games. Let's see here. Somebody commented something. I missed it. I don't think you want to do that for free. I got to get paid. Yeah, I got to get paid too, but I got a daytime job. I do that at night for fun. Tackling was a lot better today. One of the things is how we were getting beat up on some of these little short screen passes and whatnot. I think Georgia could have done a much better job of covering that, stopping it. Swift doing Allen and yeah. When Swift made that one change, that one direction change, when he ran for a touchdown, I swear, as soon as I saw that linebacker coming up, I was like, man, he's just going to get tackled. This is going to be a short gain, if any. And, man, he changed. I backed it up and watched it 2 or 3 times. He backed it up. He planted that foot in the dirt and just turned. And I can tell you right now, there's almost nobody in college or pro football, short of guys like Emmitt Smith, can do stuff like that. I mean, or Deion Sanders. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but that linebacker, the Lottie, dude, he is stepping up big time. That guy can play. I haven't really done a whole lot of homework on him, but I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna watch some tape on that guy because, man, he was making some tackles. I said at the halftime review that I noticed there was a lot of freshmen they were starting to cycle in, which was really nice to see. To be able to see those guys cycle in and actually get good play time, and it was meaningful play time, man, you know, and they had big impacts on the game. It was just so impressive. Oh man, Jermaine, you were at the game, dude? Man, I will tell you one thing though that I was pretty impressed with. I will pat Kentucky on the back for. I don't know if their fans are blindly optimistic or if they felt like, man, this is the biggest game our team's played in years. I paid too much money for these tickets. I'm getting all my money out of it. But they stuck around the whole game. I mean, normally when your team's getting whopped like that, you'll see that about most of the way through the 3rd quarter, beginning of the 4th quarter, once you go up 3 scores, 3 touchdowns, they'll get up and leave. The home team will get up and leave if you're playing out of town. They don't want to put up that crap. They'll leave. So yeah. Kroger Field spill on aisle 5. Man, that was a bloodbath. Jake Fromm didn't have a great game. There was a couple of passes, and I know why we took them when we took them. I thought that we could have done better on. There was one pass where it was in the end zone. I think it was to Holloman. It might have been Ridley, but it got tipped by the defender. If he would have waited a hair longer and threw that ball to the right a little more, that would have been a caught pass as well. We usually could have scored 50. I think we could have got close. I think there was 2 touchdowns that we missed, but we ended up getting a field goal for both of them. So, I mean, yeah, Jermaine, I mean, I love going to the Dogs games. Past 2 games have been pretty good, but I'm going to be honest with you. I still feel like there's an element we're missing, and I don't know what it is. But I don't feel like the consistency on defense is there. Yeah, I get that we only let them score 17 points, but that's kind of middle of the road. Yeah, there was a bad snap by the new center, but keep in mind he's a freshman, and he just went in. I think Gilliard went down early in the game, and so, you know, this is probably the biggest game that kid's played in, and that was a pretty hostile crowd. ESPN about to jump on the bandwagon. I wish they would, man. They've been hating on Georgia for years. I don't know who works at ESPN that hates Georgia, but there's somebody. And if you guys don't believe me, pay attention, because it'll be the end of day Saturday, all day Sunday. They'll list all the scores for every game, and they'll list a link to the highlights for every game, except the Georgia game. It won't have a highlights reel. I don't know why, but it won't. It's like when we played Florida last week. Didn't have it last week. Probably won't have one this week either, and I don't know why. Somebody up there either was a Florida or Auburn alumni. Everybody and their grandma's getting injured except Georgia. No, we've got some injuries there. I think Tebow's a hater. Tebow, pray for us, Tebow. Tebow, pray for us, man. So we need a Facebook. I got a Facebook page for you guys that don't know. It's Big Dog Brett. I have a group that you guys can join. It's called Big Dog's Doghouse, and it's DAWG house. Both Big Dog's Doghouse. Both dogs are spelled DAWG. So look me up on there. The picture I have up says Georgia mascot. It's a side shot of. Yeah, we need a fullback. Yeah, I need a fullback. I'm still gonna pitch the page. So. For those who are on here that don't know, I do have a Facebook page. I love seeing you guys get on there and comment. Just now getting that page up and running. Do me a favor if you guys would and hit the thumbs up on this. It kind of helps push the metrics so that other fans will see it. The fan reaction videos get a lot of pull anyway, but it's nice to have the thumbs up to help push the metric. That's one of the things I always feel bad about doing is asking people to give me a thumbs up or ask them for a sub or ask them for things like that. I hate doing that because I feel like it's asking you guys to do something that, you know, if you really wanted to do it, you'd have done it anyway. But, you know, whatever. I'm kind of getting to the point now where I'm getting close. Thanks, Eric. We're getting close to the point now where I'm starting to break about that 400 threshold. So if you guys will like, subscribe, and share, and turn the alerts on, or however all that stuff works, I appreciate it. I feel like there's a lot of other groups out there for the dogs, but there's only a handful of us that do the live video stuff for the University of Georgia. He's like, don't hate it. We love spreading it. Well, go for it, man. We need a fullback, absolutely. And I'm gonna throw a curve at you guys. I think I know somebody that'd be a really good fullback. You ready? His name starts with an N and ends with an A, and it sounds like Auto in the middle. I think Isaac Nauta would make a great fullback. I know that guy can block. He's big. I know he can run. I've seen him run on little screen passes. That one fumble he picked up and ran for almost 50 yards. You know, Isaac Nauta is a beast, and I think he'd make a hell of a fullback. I mean, the passing game, yeah, he can run too, and he runs hard. And when he gets running downfield, you can tell those guys do not want to tackle him. He's like trying to tackle a damn refrigerator. There goes Uncle Lou. My alert showing up for Uncle Lou. He's over there running them down again. Yeah, it's absolutely going to be a good game. We need to beat Auburn solid. I don't think will be a problem. We need to beat UMass, which I don't think that'll be a problem. We need to beat Georgia Tech. Now, the Georgia Tech game I am a little bit worried about, but not because I'm worried about winning or losing the game. That game always makes me nervous because of the way that they play. I don't like it because it makes me concerned that players are going to get their knees injured. And for those of you who haven't done a whole lot of watching, a lot of their tackles go right at the knees, right at the hips, you know, and it's not the way I want to play. who have Georgia played, Lou? Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of that. But you know, Georgia's doing a good job. Our only loss is to a team that's in the college football playoffs, committee selection, and you know, so. But the good news is that Georgia put itself in the driver's seat. That damn option crab playing, yeah. One of the things I've noticed is that Georgia, since we screwed up the that fake field goal, Kirby Smart has been definitely more involved with Chaney and the plays that Chaney is calling. Now, if you guys have watched, they showed a thanks, Jay. There was one we may go to 4. We may, Odell. I hope we do. It was a solid win over a top 10 team. Only loss being to a team that's ranked number 3 right now. So either Alabama or LSU is going to lose. There's no doubt about that. Now, I'll be honest with you. As a Georgia fan, what we need is LSU to win. and we need them to win soundly. Or if they lose, we need them to lose very closely. So, you know, Alabama would need to be at like 42, and LSU would need to be at like 38 or 40 or somewhere in that ballpark, because that's going to make Georgia look really good. I think if you watch the LSU game and you turn, yeah, Michigan is looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Michigan looked really good today. They came out well prepared. Penn State did not look prepared at all. They're getting blistered all over the field. They're really getting mollywopped. Well, what's crazy is that we've yet to play 4 full quarters and still win every game by 14 points. For every game that we've won, yeah, we've won by 14 points. That's the way you want to win. You don't want to go into that fourth quarter, you know, under, you know, a 1 or 2 point score. Georgia's done a great job so far being able to keep that pointed in the right direction. Go Dogs, Johnny Glover. Auburn will not be a problem. Auburn won't be a problem, but I don't want to get caught looking ahead. I want Georgia to focus on one game at a time. We've got the East sealed up. But the thing we're going to run into is that if we lose a game, but we win the SEC championship, that's going to force the college football. Oh, yeah, the refs are definitely for Kentucky today. There's no doubt about it. If we have 2 losses, I think it's going to be the first college football playoff committee that's going to be forced to have to consider a team with 2 losses. Because whoever we beat, whether if it's LSU, then we just beat the team that beat us, which is the same thing that happened last year. And one of those teams, LSU or whoever wins today, is most likely going to be ranked number 1, and Georgia's going to play them for the national championship. Georgia's going to play them for the SEC championship. If Georgia stubs its toe in between here and there, in all likelihood, if you win the SEC championship and you got 2 losses, they're still probably going to put you in the college football playoff committee, which is going to change the entire paradigm. So it's going to be interesting. I want Georgia to continue to win. So I'm going to make another video. I might make another one tonight about the LSU-Alabama game. We'll see. But I'm going to go and wrap the video up. It's getting kind of long, about 22 minutes. That's a long time for us. So I know you guys want to go over and watch other stuff, which is great. Get back to football. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. You guys have a great day, and God bless. And go.